Yeah, Chan.
We started yet?
Yeah. Happy New Year's, everybody. Welcome to Let's Grow Pulling, January 1st, 2024. We have an exciting show for you here. Jason Schultz, Doug Borth, Matt Hart up there in the upper right corner, Mike Idle in the bottom left, and Brett Yarn. We got him out of the cave. He's been busy. He's been busy jamming all the stuff up there for the Pullers Championship. If you knew how much this guy did behind the scenes, you would cry. Paul always calls him, what's he call you, a dork or a number? What's he call you?
He calls me a nerd.
A nerd, but Brent's not a nerd for all the pullers out there. But tonight, Todd Aiken's trying to come on, everybody. We're hitting the ground running right out of the gate here with pulling. And shout out to Jesse, JP Pulling Productions on YouTube. We're playing his video from Lexington, Kentucky last year. It's called the Kentucky Invitational, Doug. And it's an event that Chandler and Mackenzie are going down from our team. They're going to run the big board. So whatever that people, it's not going to be live streamed. He doesn't want it live streamed. But for people that are in the arena, they're going to be able to
Get the replay.
you get the replay, and Mackenzie will be doing all of that for everybody inside the arena. So, Matt, tell us about what you've been doing the last couple weeks.
Well, we had the holidays. It's a little bit of a slower time for me. There's not much going on as far as auctions. Been on the mic quite a bit lately. Had a big sale yesterday, and so just got through the new year and really excited to be fired up for this next year and looking over the calendar and how everything's definitely going to be a busy one this year too. So excited to be back on board. Here we are, 2024. So thanks everybody for joining us, and love to see the new studio too and be a part of this.
Yeah, Doug got this built up for us, so we're excited. We're still playing with the sound and the lighting and stuff like that, but we're not much to look at anyway, so it's all good. It's all good. Mike, what have you been doing the last couple weeks?
I've been drearily walking from back window to back porch to front door, staring at it with a cup of hot coffee, counting down the days until pulling comes back. Just ambling around saying, where is tractor pulling? We're getting close. Yesterday tractor pulling started next year, but today pulling starts this year. So that's exciting.
I love it. And Todd's going to be just on speakerphone. He's having a hard time to get on. We'll talk to him in just a second, and I'll get him as close to the calendar as I can. Brent, what have you been doing besides, you just been doing Pullers Championship stuff, or what have you been doing, bud?
Yep, between that and work, I haven't had a life for the last month, so.
So let us know in the comments if you got everything what you wanted for Christmas, and if you're going to Lexington, Kentucky, this January 4th, 5th, and 6th in Lexington, Kentucky, the Kentucky Invitational. Todd, can you hear us?
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
All right, cool. So can you talk about the event a little bit and kind of go over stuff?
Absolutely, man. We super geared up just as we always are this time of year. Get through the holidays and the new year. But we work on this year round. You guys know how it is, putting these events on, and indoor shows and outdoor shows and all the shows. It takes a lot of planning from a lot of different people, not just 2 or 3 different ones that does it all. It's an army of people that puts it all together, and we're just happy to be able to do it again. Special thanks to the Kentucky Horse Park folks again for allowing us to do this show, and it's just it's growing every year as you fans and pullers have came before. You know that we always have a packed house, and it's always a great show, and we're just excited to get to start again. Jason,
can everybody hear Todd? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're doing the old-fashioned way. Hope standing with Doug's phone next to the microphone. So, but it's better than nothing. So, yeah. So we're super excited, Todd. We got asked to come down and help run the video board. We've never been to this event, and Mackenzie and Chandler had asked if they could come down and get some video and stuff. So this works out great for us, and we're going to try to do something with one of our partners, Kenny's Pulling Parts, not too far from you. I don't know if he sponsors your event at all, but he works with us at the Beer Money Pulling Team, and we were going to shoot some video down there. But we're going to hit him up. We're going to hit him up in Kentucky. He had something going on this week. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Kenny's been a part of our show from the very beginning. He's always sponsored us in a big fashion, and we appreciate his help every year. And I got to touch on our sponsors. Everybody's got to have sponsors to make these shows work. And luckily enough, we got Martin Peterbilt coming back with us every year. It's been a lot. Big way, and we couldn't do it without those folks. And Mead Tractor Equipment, they come on and furnish all the equipment we need, and just whatever we need, they there for us. They bring extra tractors. They got a mechanic on duty that stays there throughout the show in case there's ever a problem. So. We got lots of other smaller sponsors that mean just as much to us as the major sponsors do, and Kenny's Pulling Parts is one of them. Stevens Tractors, they one of them. Fryman Fencing, they've been with us for a long time. It's just a lots and lots of people it takes to put these events on.
So tell us a little bit about your classes and what actually goes on for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Well, I don't actually have the list right directly in front of me to tell you what each class is each night. Let me see if I can get it pulled up here. Okay, I got you. Well, it's elimination rounds. We start off, we got it's an invitational deal, just like all the rest of them around the country are. You send your applications in, you get picked for your specific class. On Thursday night we starting off with the super modified 4-wheel drive trucks. We got the economy hot rod tractors, small block 4-wheel drive trucks, super modified 2-wheel drive trucks, and light limited super stocks. Of those classes, we'll go in and pull out the top 6, I believe it is, if I do remember correctly, and they will advance on to Saturday night. Now, our points champion, like first and second place throughout the year, is an automatic bid to Saturday night. So they actually do not have to compete until Saturday in the finals. So we just go through the process. So we got lots and lots of hooks this year, and we'll pull out the top ones each night, and then they'll advance to the championship on Saturday night.
So being you're in the light limited super stock mecca of the world, is this like Louisville? Will you run a class of light limited supers on a nightly basis?
Yes.
Compared to the pro stocks?
Yes. We'll have Thursday night light supers and Friday night light supers, and then we'll take those into the championship on Saturday night. Absolutely.
How many entries?
I think, and don't hold me to this, I think we had like 34 entries.
That's a lot.
So, as far as having the driver list in front of me, I do not. I'm unaware of that right now. It's out there. It's been posted, but I just don't have it memorized in my head.
Is it on your website?
Yes, it is.
Right.
It is. Our Facebook page would probably be the most accurate place to find it. Everything's on Facebook anymore.
Awesome. If you're just joining us, we're live. It's Monday night, January 1. We're talking with Todd Aiken. Todd, what's your official title? Do you help run the pool or for carries, or what's your association with the event?
I've been with the Kentucky Invitational plumb back when it very first started. Our very first event, when we started out in Rupp Arena. I worked for KTPA at the time as a track official, and just stayed on through the years as the pool grown in the wintertime. I'm the event, the sponsor, event coordinator, vendor coordinator that helps put those folks together and gets them lined up and where they need to be, and stays in contact with them every day, hourly, basically. I want, because I'm a vendor myself, and it makes you feel good as a vendor, to know if somebody pays it. If I need something, he's here. I'll find him here just in a few minutes. He'll be right back around. So that's what I do. Somebody's got to do it, I guess, right?
Yeah, Kevin Hill's checking in. He says he'll be pulling in the 2024 Kentucky Invitational truck and tractor pull Thursday night in a small block 4x4 class. So that's fun, which is fun for us. We don't see a lot of these classes up here in the Midwest. But when we went to Glencoe, we went to Sullivan's Pull last May, and we live streamed that. Todd, we got to see a lot of these trucks we have. Like I got to see the Why Not van. Is that thing going to be there? I love that thing. I call it the free candy van.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yep. It will be there if my memory serves me right. It won the points championship this year.
Okay, cool.
Yep,
So
it will be there.
Is this like a TNT event, or I know you talked about it a little bit earlier, but like, so you invite? Are there other vehicles outside of TNT? Is this pretty much like the Super Bowl for TNT?
No, it's open. You know, anybody can apply for it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not just the club TNT. I mean, we pull pullers from 8 or 10, 15 different states, that surrounds us here that comes, and folks that we just see one time a year, they'll come and pull an invitational pull at the horse park every year. Everybody seems to love it, and it's something to do in the wintertime to kind of get the dust knocked off and get ready for the season.
I know you've had some Wisconsin light limiteds there in the past.
We have, yes, sir.
I'm excited. And Brent, can you correct me if I'm wrong, Yarn, but has this event sometimes fallen on top of the Midwest Winter Nationals in the past?
I don't know.
I feel like there's one event in the South that sometimes would conflict and the light limiteds would get split up. Am I saying that right, Todd, or am I off base on that?
Yes. We have had that problem in years past. It all comes down to everybody trying to get scheduled with these venues. It just seems like it has happened to us, a few times, a handful of times, before. So, but yes, it has split us up. But hopefully this year everything will be good to go, and we'll have a full house.
Nice. So Matt, Mike, Brent, do you guys have any questions or about this event or what you've seen about it? Have any of you guys ever been to the event in the past?
Just caught a few highlights of it here and there on YouTube and other social media. I'm looking at the schedule that we've got pulled up right here. And one quick question I have, it says 26/30 diesel trucks. Will that be a combined class? Are we going to be running those guys together or will they pull separately?
Yes, that will be a combined class.
Okay.
And it all goes back to their turbo road. And I'm not the tech official, and I don't want to put out some wrong information on what the actual ruling is on the turbo, but that's how it's decided.
Yeah, if I had to put money on it, I'm guessing the 2.6 trucks can run a slotted cover, and the 3.0 trucks have to run a smooth bore cover. That would be
that would be my suggestion. Yeah.
Well,
that 2.6 Brent remembers that from the days. That 2.6 slotted cover, it sounded like a 3.6. They were freaking amazing.
And the 2.6 guys snap on duals as well.
Like a lot of RPMs.
What's that, Mike?
Can they put the 2.6 guys usually can't run duals on the back, and the 3.0s can? Can they put the duals on for this event?
Yes.
They can. He said.
Okay, cool.
So it'll be fun. Who are some of the big sponsors you want to thank tonight, Todd?
Well, I touched on them just a minute ago. Martin Peterbilt has been with us for several years. Mead Tractor Equipment, those folks has been with us for several years. Darrell Fanning.
Hey, Jason, you can't mute yourself.
Windmill Mobile Home Center, Stacy Bennett and family, they have really, really been very helpful with TNT through the years, outside events as well as our inside events. And, I hate to leave anybody out. CNG Motorsports, Jason Gibson and crew there, they building some awesome engines right now. And, they're a big sponsor of us, and we appreciate those guys for coming back on. So, like I said, I hate to just throw names out there and not cover everybody. And if I forget somebody or I have forgotten somebody, I'm sorry. But we appreciate each and every one of them.
No, it's great. That arena looks amazing. How many people, if you sold every seat, how many does that fit?
Jason, I don't want to say exactly, but I'm thinking somewhere around 6,400.
Yeah, it is. It's a beautiful arena. Just like everybody else, I've seen pictures on social media and YouTube and stuff like that. But what a great place to watch it pull. Looks like all the
It
seats
is.
are nice, comfortable seats, and
They are. It is. It's a great place, and it's not a bad seat in the house. Depending on what ankle you want. And we got the big screen there with all the sponsors and the playbacks, and I guess that's the part you guys will be taking care of for us, and running all the media side of it this year. So we appreciate that, because that's people enjoy that. They look up there and they watch the replay, and the leading distances are up there. And it's just a lot of things up there, just like any other indoor pool with a big screen.
no, that makes it great.
Do you guys use the dirt from the arena, or do you bring dirt in to build?
No, that dirt stays right there in that arena. That is that dirt. That dirt in there is probably 3 or 4 feet deep. Yeah. And it's a whole different. It's like all the other indoor tracks. It's a whole different kind of dirt. Now, when you get down there and you walk around on it, you think, "Boy, this is a sandy mess." But man, it takes horsepower to make it work down there. And his name has lost me now. Mark, he builds us a wonderful track every year, and he goes in there and lasers it and puts it on grade and elevates the track about 6 to 8 inches every year for us, and it always makes a good track. Always makes a good track.
Awesome.
How
Yeah,
long
well,
is the track? What are some typical winning distances that we'll see coming from down there? 250, 240?
In the trucks, like the 2-wheelers, you're probably looking in the 230s, and then maybe some of them, the shorter tractors, you might get up in the 250s,
Okay.
255 maybe, because of the wheelbase distance difference.
Yep. Awesome.
Yeah, it just depends on how brave you are and how deep they want to put it in the sand.
That's perfect. And then one last question, Todd, before we let you go. How's the weather looking I know it's indoors, but like travel wise, are you guys seeing good weather?
Yeah, we're seeing good weather. They giving some snow showers or flurries, but it's not going to amount to anything. It's going to be a little cool. Not like anything we had, a couple of years ago when we got 6 inches on Thursday night, Wednesday night or Thursday night, and that kind of slowed us down, but we still put on a show. The folks still came, so we're not expecting anything bad.
Do you have the ability to get everybody indoors?
It's northern Kentucky. I realize it's not Wisconsin where you guys are at, but it'll seem like spring to you guys when you're here.
Yeah. Nice. So, and all the vehicles get inside. Is there enough arena, Todd, or do you bring them in shifts?
We bring them in shifts, but we've got storage behind. There's horse stalls buildings behind the arena, and most everything can get staged, at least undercover in those buildings.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll stage up, and the biggest part of the show will actually be in the arena. Probably be a couple of classes that's held in a back room there at the arena. Once you guys get there and see the layout of it, it's got a back room to it that we could probably put 3 classes in there. It just depends on the number, of course, of the in the class. But it's a pretty good size room. Our tractor driving guys, they've done it for so many years. They just stack them right in there, and they can hold those guys back there, and they can run their portable heaters and try to keep their oil as warm as possible, and then we'll rotate them out as the show goes on.
Yep, love it. Well, Todd, thanks for coming on tonight. Good luck to all the pullers that are coming to Kentucky, to Lexington this week. It's a beautiful arena, well-run organization. TNT has a good reputation, and I'm really looking forward to it. I hope you guys sell that place out. So.
We do too, man. We do too, and it's we appreciate you guys having us on tonight and letting us talk about our little show. I know you talk to a lot of folks around the country, and we appreciate the opportunity to be working with you guys.
Yeah, we're excited to be part of it. Thank you, Todd. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
All right, you guys as well. Bye.
All right, so Todd Aiken, everybody, kind of the event coordinator there from the Kentucky Invitational Truck and Tractor Pull. Again, welcome everybody. Happy 2024. We gave the rest of the team the last Monday night off. I got my dad on, and he drank quite a few whiskey, black velvets, and cokes. But we had a good show. I don't know if anybody paid attention to that, but
That one was fun. That one was fun to watch.
Yep. So it's gonna be a good time. It was good to have him on there, and it was kind of good to give everybody else a night off, doing this every single Monday night of our lives. So it's all good in the hood. So now the Let's Grow Pulling team are kind of the ones that kind of got this with the great help of our friend Brad Holzauer, this Pullers Championship started. So if you have not ever heard of the Pullers Championship, I'm sorry that we didn't do a good enough job marketing this, but this is the premise is it's an outdoor Louisville. And Brent will dive into it a little bit here in a little bit, but we invite the top points winners from the major point associations and some of the major, I'm going to say state level or regional level associations. And they had until yesterday to accept their invite. Now, you, the pulling fan, the puller, and when we say the puller, many of you worked really, really hard last year, on social media to get your truck or your tractor fan voted into the Pullers Championship. Again, Brent will go into the more details of that. Brent is our nerd, as Paul Romack likes to say. It's a compliment he does a lot. But this event, this is our third year. And what's unique about this event, and I think it's the only event like this in the country or the world, every dollar from the live stream, every dollar from the admission gate goes into the Pullers purse. We, like Brent, Paul, Cody, the group, Shore Fighty, Carrie helps us out. With sponsors, we get enough sponsors to cover our fixed costs. That's our goal. We did not do it the first year. Brad helped us out a little bit. I believe we did do it last year, and any extra money then that we get in sponsorship over our fixed costs. And there's a lot of fixed costs putting on an event like this, and we can dive into that a little bit after we talk about the fan vote going live here. And I think it actually already has been live because I've got text messages from people already saying they're voting Brent. So it's a lot of fun. But anyway, it's a great event. It's going to be May 17th and 18th. In Nashville, Illinois, at the track at Holzauer's, year number 3. So this is where Yaron, I turn it over to you. Mike and Matt, be sure to jump in with questions anytime. I know you guys aren't as familiar with this event as we are, but the fan vote starts, I think it started at 8 o'clock. Is that when you opened it up, Brent?
Yep. So 8 o'clock tonight. But yeah, I guess Jason already covered a lot of it. So round 1 of fan voting just went live. So our initial invites had until last night. Cutoff was essentially 11:59 p.m. Central Time to be able to get their registration done. And we actually, I think by 10 a.m., every puller had either registered or declined their invite. So we didn't have to chase people down. Just kind of going over some numbers too. I could just look back at years past, and our numbers for initial invites, the percentage of our initial invites that have accepted has statistically gone up every year. So for us, that's a number we want to see continue to grow. But just kind of put it in perspective, 36% of our initial invites from year 1 accepted and registered, 46 last year, and then this year was just shy of 63%. So that number is definitely going in the right direction. We obviously know that some of these pullers aren't going to be able to make it. Farming is huge for a lot of these guys, and they just can't take that chance when they don't know what's going to happen that time of year. So,
and we do get a lot of, I do want to explain that we get a lot of, hey, we won't know until spring, and we can't, we don't want to do that to the fan. Trust me, it's hard when you're talking Renee Theobald, you know what I mean? One of the biggest names in pulling in the mini rod class, and an awesome driver. And she's like, we just can't take that chance. Can you hold our spot? And the answer is no, we can't, because we want to give you, the pulling fan, we want to know who you're coming to see. Like when you go to Louisville, you know who's going to be at Louisville. I mean, that's the whole premise of it. You're going to know who's heading into this. You're going to know who you're going to see. And that's what makes it fun. I know we have a $500 competition fee that is thrown back into the purse as well. So every puller that has registered now, they have paid that $500 fee. So there's some skin in the game for them too, because Brent, we have fans traveling from how many states you think coming to this event? I mean, hotels are already sold out.
Yeah, I don't know.
All around Nashville.
I was just looking the other day, just kind of hotels, and there's already a lot of stuff filling up in the surrounding areas, and they're just going to continue to fill up. So we know a lot of pullers or fans are traveling. So obviously if they're traveling, 8 hours, they want to be able to see the people that are going to be there. It's just like the farm show. They release that list of the pullers, and that's who they expect to see there. So we want to kind of have that same thing. So that $500 is just kind of their stake, that if they can't make it, they just aren't going to get that $500 back. So that's their commitment. But if they make the event, then they get that $500 back. So it's automatically reimbursed through the purse.
We all need to thank Brent Yaron, because for 3 years now, he's been setting all of this stuff up, all the behind the scene. Now he's an IT guy. by trade. That's his real job. But he has a lot of passion for pulling, and he puts in more hours, and they're insane to do all of this, organizing and stuff, and just getting it. It's amazing what he's done. So all the fan vote stuff, all the website, he does all of that. So I like let's clap Matt, Mike. Let's clap Doug for Brent Yard. Thank you very much.
I was just gonna jump in and talk with that because I haven't spoken in about 90 seconds, which is way
that's hard on you, Mike.
time for me. But seriously, one of the biggest things is the website. Like if you're someone who loves to sink their teeth into pulling and wants the behind the scenes stuff, the Pullers Championship website since day one. I mean, I don't want to ruffle feathers, but I cannot think of another pulling website out there that's at the level that it is. I mean, it's got behind the scenes, it's got driver preferences, accomplishments. Did anybody click on there and see what some of the driver accomplishments, what Bruce Slaw listed as his best personal accomplishment over the past couple of years?
That was Tyler doing his dad's registration for him.
have you guys read it? What he said?
I laughed out loud when I read both of theirs. That's typical Tyler.
That is, but that's what makes the website and the Pullers Championship and what you guys are doing from a fan's perspective, dude. It's nothing but fun. It's nothing but fun for us.
Well, we truly feel, without being like overconfident, with the facility that Brad Holzhauer has and his support, just every big event. I posted a thing on Beer Money the other day. What state do you live in? What are the biggest polls in your state, and why do you think why? And because I'm really that promoter brain. My promoter brain all the time is why. And a lot of those events they've just been around a long time. You can't just magically make an event be around for 10 or 15 years. But what we've been able to do, Brent and everybody, from year 1 to year 2 to see this, see the stands fill up. And there was 3 inches of rain, like 10 minutes from us last year on Friday night. Like there was people calling us, like, I mean, Clint had the track covered and we did everything, but it never sprinkled, did it, Brent? I don't think.
We had a few raindrops. It was light rain, like misting, if anything, for a couple minutes here and there, and that was it. But we had people
can tell you
20 minutes away, we're getting an inch of rain. Yeah, here, sun's out.
The streets are flooded. Like, please head this way. We can promise you that if this gets to where we have 10, 15, 20,000 people, and I know that that's just Schultz blowing smoke, that Brad Holzhauer will make it work. That's all I'm going to say. He's that into this, and it's so good. And for Southern Illinois, they don't get to see big mods. And I don't know, are we going to talk about Unlimited tonight, Brent, or are we still keeping that quiet? We're still keeping that quiet? Okay. So we're not talking about the Unlimiteds that are coming to the Pullers Championships May 17th and 18th. So there's the mods, the Diesel Supers, a lot of different stuff like that. It's all the heavy hitters. It's all the heavy hitters. Then we catch shit about, why do you have the 8,500 limited pros? Well, because Brad Holzhauer is the promoter ultimately, and he owns 618 Motorsports, 618, and he has a lot of customers. And that class does a really good job. And, we do send them down the track first, and it's nice, and they put on a good show. So we don't want to hear any of that stuff anymore either. And I think everybody's getting kind of used to that.
And if you want to see beautiful iron, if you claim to be a tractor pulling fan, and you want to see beautiful equipment that's reminiscent of the glory days of pulling, sink your teeth into the light limited pro stock class. Sink your teeth into 8,500 pound limited pro stock class. I could see where people had that argument, but go watch that class because there is beautiful equipment, and there are some runners in that class that'll make your ears stand up and make your hair stand up too.
Brent, I mean, I know last year I think we made a mistake. We didn't invite one of the association's point champion. Mm-hmm. I think a mistake was made, but I feel like all the associations have their top points champions there still, right?
Yeah, we have ITPA champion, Western Series, Outlaw champion, ECI, Excalibur. I think it covers all of the major associations that have an 85 limited pro class. And then obviously with 618 having so many customers, they invited a few of them, and then just filled in the class with a couple more. So
we know how popular.
All 10 that we initially invited are registered. So awesome. Those are the guys that we reach out to them, and they're like instantly, yep, we're in. And all 3 years now, every single competitor that got invited in that class has registered and came. So we haven't had to find somebody else. They want to be there. They want to be part of a big show and pull for some big money as well.
Well, that's always cool. Like when Brent, the first year that, the 4-1's got to go to Toma, that was awesome. We had to be there. And on the other track was unlimiteds or mods or something like that, or diesel supers, and you're kind of giddy. Like, this is pretty cool. Get excited about that. And we know how popular 466 class is across the nation. I think Tucker has 90 million of them signed up for the Midwest Winter Nationals. I think he has a flight in every one of them. I love that 85 class. So I just like to get ahead of some of the comments before they come in. But I feel like everybody knows what we're doing now, what we're about. We still need to turn the puller into the promoter more. We need the promoter. We need all of the pullers working their social media hard, letting people know that, hey, come to this event or buy it on the live stream. But I think that over time we'll do that. I know a lot of the fans do that. We have, Brent keeps an eye on who's voting. We had a lot of pullers work hard on social media last year to do all that. So.
Yeah, and a couple friends myself that actually just had a Snapchat. They were sitting around at Christmas saying, how hard are we going to hustle for this year? So, they're like, are we going to come? It's right there. Let's do it. So everybody get together and form it up. It's fun to watch that come together. And it's super easy to vote too, right? If people are able to jump on. When does the first round end? Is that set up? I'm sure it is. Brent's got it all figured out.
I want to answer Morgan's question quick. Yep. No, Morgan, I think I just touched on that, but basically it's a promoter's choice class. But we're proud of the promoter's choice is what I'm trying to say. Everybody that has there deserves that spot.
The big reason, so when we originally had it, Brad wanted the 85 limited pro stock class, and he wanted to have some of the 618 tractors a part of it. And so we decided that what we would do is have 618 tractors and then the points champions is essentially how we set it up to invite them. Just because as a class that Brad wanted there, it's a huge draw to the local Nashville area. There's a lot of competitors in that area in that class. So that's why we added that class, and we just kept it promoter's choice. It just makes it a little bit easier. The other thing too is trying to find all the 85 limited pros. That's a task too. I had to do that for Paul year one, and some of those guys jump up, and I mean, trying to keep track of them is kind of tough. That if they're a true 85 limited pro, or if they're something like in a different class, because like out east, those mixed classes, trying to figure out what ones are super farms, which ones are light pros, which ones are limited pros. I start siphoning through videos and just watching videos just to listen to them and reach out to guys to see what they actually are. So I don't know, maybe down the line we do add that as a fan vote class, but just for now, it's just easier for us just to invite them as promoter's choice.
Morgan says, thank you.
Go ahead. Brent, I would be willing to say that you are probably the curator of the single biggest list of pulling vehicles and pulling names. Sometimes as a fan, it's almost tough because like you just think that the bottom of the screen is the bottom of the voting, and then you keep scrolling down, which is something I had to tell my friends. Scroll down. Don't just assume that what you see at the top of the screen is the only thing you're voting on. But anytime I have a question about, who has what tractor and where it went, and I'm doing background research, Brent is the first person I ask, because no person in the world keeps track of a list of pullers better than that. How hard is it, and how hard has it been to accumulate those lists for the fan votes over the 3 years?
First year was tough. So I kind of have a list of all the associations that
we kind of contemplated suicide a couple of times just to be fully we had to talk him off the ledge a couple of times.
No, so the hardest part is trying to find all the associations that run the class, like our classes that we have. So that's task number one. And then you just go onto their website, and you go through all their results throughout the year, and you just start marking them down, and eventually you have a list. It is time consuming. Year one took a long time to get those done. Last year it took a little bit longer too, because we added 3 new classes. This year wasn't as tough because same classes as last year. I just had to go through and just kind of update the list essentially.
Yeah,
who's Wyatt Schulte calling a pain in the ass?
Yeah, Wyatt helps me as well.
Okay.
I'll send him stuff like Super Farms. Obviously, he knows that class a lot more than I do. So I'll send him a list of stuff and, hey, figure out which ones are which. And so I have to thank Wyatt for, giving me a hand in that as well.
Thank you, Wyatt.
Matt, when you vote, do you vote for your favorite tractors and vehicles, or do you vote for the tractors and vehicles that you feel will make the most competitive show? This is what I wrestle with very strongly each time. Do I want to vote all the yellow and Massey Fergusons and the orange ones in there because they're super cool and neat and different? Or do I want to get, 12 of the heaviest hitters and just watch them slug it out on the track? What's your strategy as a fan when you vote?
Yeah, for me, it's a little bit of both. Some of the classes we're a little more familiar with. Obviously, you got some friends that are sitting in the seat. You have to go that way. They always get the first one. It's always a good idea to, be rooting for somebody But then on the other side of it, like you said, you want to see the best show, which sometimes we're lucky you get both. So, again, kind of play along with that game a little. I like to see the demographics as it shows up and see how you can track, again, the social media, how big of a difference that makes. People can really hit it hard, and Brent can see those numbers coming in. I'm sure it's interesting to see the stats, as people are able to vote and use 10 different emails and how dedicated the fan bases are for each of these, so.
Yeah. And there's one competitor out there. Last 2 years, they made it in. I'm not going to say, but let's just say they have the ability to broadcast to a mass audience very quickly. And they all have their own email, and they all of a sudden you just see a spike in all these email addresses, and just like, are they purposely doing this? And then you start digging into it a little bit more, and it all made sense. I don't want to give away the secrets, but that was some clever thinking on their part.
Do what you got to do.
I love it. Again, welcome everybody to Let's Grow Pulling Monday night. You can catch us live every Monday night, 8 o'clock. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok. Well, we're not live on TikTok. I tried to forget, but I did figure out Instagram the other day. I forgot to do that tonight because we were busy with our new studio. But thank you to my good buddy Doug Borth, who built us our beautiful studio here. And right now, he's got a video. How big is our TV behind us?
That's an 84-inch.
That's pretty good. So thank God for sales. Remember when these TVs were like $9,000? Right. now every TV
It was $488 on sale. On
Black Friday it, guys. We Black Friday it. So earlier we showed Jesse post JP Pulling Productions on YouTube, some of his videos from Lexington, Kentucky, when we were talking with Todd Aiken, and now we're discussing the Pullers Championship. And this is our favorite event of the year by far, my favorite pull, and Brent's as well. I just want to give all the credit to Brent for all this behind the scenes stuff. We can push it all over social media, which we do, and a lot of people help with that as well, not just the Beer Money Pulling team, but what Brent does is amazing, and I could never, ever do it. So, but it's nice to hear when Brent says it's getting easier every year, and it's nice to know that other people are helping Brent as well, because there are a lot of guys, like you said, Mike, that can build that list. Because I mean, if you go through there, and Brent's always honest, like when we get into this tonight a little bit, if I miss somebody, like, because Brent will be texting us like, hey, where did so-and-so's tractor go? Or who built a new super farm, or who a new 401 or whatever. It makes a lot of fun.
Anytime I do research for a show, he is the first person I message on Facebook, because I know he's going to know what went where, what it's called, what sheet metal it's wearing now, and who owns it. He's the encyclopedia of Facebook. What's what.
But I'm really going to shut up. I promise, Yarn, in just a second. But I can't stress enough that every dollar from the live stream and from the gate admission goes back to the puller's purse. Our goal is for this to be the best paying payout in the history of pulling. Okay, because I personally feel as a puller, like a Louisville, Bowling Green, these big events with these big crowds, I think those should be the coup de grace of payouts. They might be, and I don't know it. Unfortunately, I've only been to Louisville once, and I got 6th place, so I don't remember what that check was, but for 4-1, and I've never been to Bowling Green and placed, or even pulled at Bowling Green, so I don't know if those events pay more. I don't know if, I know there's a super national purse, right, Yaron? I feel like to be a super national with NTBA, you have to have every single Grand National class twice, right?
Yep.
How does Chapel Hill do that then?
It's total payout. Your total purse for the weekend has to be a
super national event is you're paying a purse, a higher purse. That's what makes you a super national.
It's your total payout over all 5 sessions, and that's what's impressive about Chapel Hill is they reach that number in 2 sessions.
Okay, gotcha. Well, Chapel Hill's amazing. I got to go there for the with full pull last year, and it was
so even cool. Diesel supers.
They do have diesel supers, yeah. So, hey,
I did see a comment before, I think, with the camping.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, so camping, limited camping available. So if you do want to come, all you have to do is just pay to get the show for the weekend. So
we have free camping.
Yep. So $40 for the weekend, and you get in. You can camp all week.
I hope we get to that point, Yaron, where we have to put the rules down like Bowling Green someday. That's William. I'm just doing that to piss him off a little bit. He has He's starting to, what did he say? William's a hoot. He's sending me stuff all the time. I just love it. Absolutely love it. Very, very fun. Very, very fun. So, can you use a list of who's coming to the Midwestern Nationals for the Pullers Championship? Not really, because we don't have a lot of those classes. Is that fair, Brent?
Correct.
I mean, you probably cross-reference on maybe Super Farms or whatever, but
Yep. Super Farms.
4-1s.
Yeah, there in 4-1s there might be a couple, if any.
So I'm going to shut up. Brent, start talking about everything. If you want to share your screen.
Yeah, I'm just going to kind of talk. A lot of the information is just on the website. So if you just
do we have a shower facility?
No, there is no shower facility there.
No, there's not. That's what you get for free camping.
Yeah.
So
if camping gets big enough, then maybe we'll bring like a shower trailer or something like that. But as right now, I mean, I think last year, probably 25, 30 campers, maybe.
Yeah, I would say so.
So
Pour some water bottles on yourself. We ran out of water while camping in Wisner, Nebraska this summer and got back to the trailer at 2:00 in the morning and just had to go to the gas station and buy some water bottles and jump in the tub that way. It'll work.
That's because it was so hot it evaporated before.
Yeah, that's about right.
Cold water would have felt good.
Brent, where were you at during Wisner when we were? Did you go to Bowling Green this year?
Bowling Green, yep.
That's right. Was it
How's
hot
it,
out
Doug?
there?
No, it was beautiful. 75 degrees.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, Yarn, I'm going to try to shut up, okay?
Yep. So just kind of go over the basic information for Puller Championship. So obviously fan voting has started. So Schultz, if you want to post that link in the comments,
I sure will.
click on that. So anyways, Pullers Championship is going to take place May 17th and 18th in Nashville, Illinois. It's at the Track of Holes Hours. This is year number 3. 6 p.m. both nights. It'll be $20 a session. There is no weekend package or anything, so it's just $20 each night. Kids 10 and under are free. The pits are open with the purchase of a ticket. There will be a live stream available that is $25 per session, or if you want the whole weekend package, it is $40. Again, all the money from both the live stream and in-person ticket sales will go to the purse. There is no rain date, so if one session rains out, we're going to determine the weekend championship with one night. So, Sean, yes, all 7 initial invites for Super Farms.
So that means we have 3 fan votes for that one?
Correct. Yep. Just kind of going over. So, like I said, like hotels, the one in Nashville is full. I think Oakville it was getting close to full. It could be.
Brent, I've been sending a lot of people to Mount Vernon that have been messaging me.
Yeah, Mount Vernon, there's a ton of them. If you're coming from the west, I mean, you can, just east of the St. Louis area, there's plenty of hotels there as well. They're about 30 to 40 miles away, most of those hotels, so it's not too far. Otherwise, to the south is Pinckneyville and DuQuoin. Sponsors and vendors. So sponsors, the website will be getting updated here this week. So we completely revamped our sponsorship packages this year. So that will be getting updated on the website. Anybody that's interested or know of anybody that may be interested in sponsoring the event, if you just send them towards us or reach out, we'll get you those packages sent to you, and we'll work something out, and hopefully we'll have more sponsorship than we did last year. Like I said, we cover the entire event by sponsorship. So all of our fixed costs, that's how we pay it. So last year, I think we did around $55,000 in sponsorship. And it's about $50,000 or just over $50,000 for our fixed costs. So we did put a couple $1,000s back into the purse. So hopefully this year we can up those numbers a little bit more and pay the pullers just a little bit more money. Vendors, again, there are different size spots available if you want to come, merchandise booth or a parts booth or anything. However you want to do it, you can reach out, and there's 3 sizes: 10 by 10, 10 by 20, or 10 by 30. It's $300, $400, and $500 respectively for those. With the actual event, there will be a kids zone again, or like the kids zone for the bounce house. Probably do the kiddie tractor pull again. That was a success last year. Gotta thank Eli for helping us out with that. We'll work on some more stuff. Don't know if we'll have a monster truck this year or not, but I know that was a pretty big hit last year, and those guys loved hooking to the sled. They were pretty stoked about that after they came back. I was up by the starting line when they came back around after they pulled it for the first time, and they were hooting and hollering how cool that was. So maybe see if we can get them back again this year. Let's see some more information with regards to the pull. We'll be using Bungart sleds. We'll have a big sled on site. So we'll have 3 big sleds and a mini sled. The overall weekend championship will be determined by placing. So if you get a first and a fourth, that'd be 5 points. And then the lowest total score will win. If there is a tie, the tiebreaker will go by the combined distance across the 2 days.
What do they call that award? Is that something like the Rock or the
we haven't
Thunderbolt or anything
come
like
to that yet. That's still something that I've been trying to like look up different ideas. Right now, obviously, we just do a trophy, but hopefully in the near future we determine something. But I want it to be something cool, something that nobody else is doing. So hopefully at some point we'll have a actual like award name for it. Pullers, you will have to pass a safety and technical inspection. PPL will be working with them again this year. They'll be running the event, so they will be doing the teching. So you'll just have to pass the safety and technical inspection. We will be testing all fuel and water and the Super Farms 85s and 95 classes this year. I think last year we just did the top one or the winner. I don't remember what we did last year. Year before we did them all. Things just get a little chaotic and trying to get it all done. So we're going to have somebody dedicated, make sure that we're pulling those samples this year. I think that's everything on that. So again, fan voting and the invite. So all the initial invites are on the website. So if you want to, Schultz, maybe after this, we can go on the website and see who's already registered and committed to coming to the Pullers Championship. But yeah, like I said, we had 63% of our initial invites register and are committed to coming this year. And round 1 of fan voting is now live. That will go until January. What day is it? January 14th at 11:59 p.m. And then round 2 will start on January 22nd at 8 p.m. Again, here on Let's Grow Polling. We'll take the top 20. It'll be the top 20 that will for sure come. So we'll reach out to all the competitors and make sure that the top 20 are competitors that have either voted for themselves or when we reach out to them, they'll say that they'll come. So we'll make sure that they're competitors that would be willing to or are able to make our event. So then we'll release the fan vote invites after round 2 on February 12th. That is the week of Farm Show on Monday night at 8 p.m. on the show. Let's see, payout. Like I said, 100% of the gate fee, live stream money that goes into the payout, as well as any extra sponsorship dollars that we have. Kind of already covered all that. And then classes. So we have 12 classes total this year. Same classes last year, 85 and 95 limited pros, super farms, pro stock tractors, light super stocks and diesel super stock tractors, 4-wheel drive trucks, the diesel 4-wheel drive trucks, modified minis, modified tractors and super semis. And then added this year are unlimited. So we will have a few unlimiteds as well. And then just kind of how you guys can help us out is just share the stuff.
Did you say unlimiteds?
What?
Did you say unlimited? What?
But yeah, just ways that you can help is just help share things on social media, purchase a live stream, attend the event in person, and then just like I said, any sponsorship, extra sponsorship dollars that we get goes back to the purse. So if you know of anybody interested in sponsoring, just please reach out to us and we'll reach out. You can just keep up to date on the Facebook page as well as our website, thepullerschampionship.com.
What about the modifieds? I'm thinking of about 2 of them that could potentially fall in either the modified or the unlimited class. Will you kind of predetermine like where you're going to put those, or could they get voted into both and then they
Well,
choose?
modifieds and unlimiteds are both promoters' choice classes.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm guessing you're thinking like Ricky Rose, somebody like him.
Greg
I mean, if you wanted to pull them both, he could have at her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we would split the classes up so that he would have enough time if he wanted to do that. So we'll see. He's a farmer, so he's always a tough one to get. So he last year he's supposed to come. Obviously, Minnesota had a pretty bad spring, and so they finally got some nice weather that week. And so both him and Brett Berg unfortunately couldn't go, but we do have a verbally committed mod that is now in. It was sold and is in hands of somebody else that has never driven a mod before. So, and there's another one that got sold to somebody else that has never driven a mod before. That is also potentially coming as well. So there's going to be some new faces in the mod class this year.
And these names are staying under hat for the time being, I take it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's cool. That makes it a big reveal if they show up and the announcer gets to be the one to say it for the first time in front of the fans.
Yeah.
So
no,
awesome.
It's
It's names you've heard of, though. I will promise you that.
Yeah. The one cool thing about being involved with this event is that I get a lot of inside information now by reaching out to pullers all the time. They give me a lot of information that I never would have known before, so it's kind of cool.
I want to know if any of these vehicles made a pit stop in Farley, if they became new owners by means of Farley pulling dealership services.
Nope. As far as I know, but no. Yeah, Schultz, I guess wait for him to be done talking.
Yeah,
Schultz, if you want to go on the website and go through like the fan voting, just kind of show how it's done.
I was actually working on that myself while we were talking about it.
How many people have already started voting?
We have a couple.
I'm working on it right now. Yeah.
+1, whatever the number is, plus Matt.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I've already just kind of looking through the list. There's already several pullers voting for themselves. So,
Brent, Jason, do you guys allow yourself to vote, or do you have to stay? Yeah,
we get a vote. We're still fans as well.
Once a day.
Per each
You
email.
remember? Hey, Mike, you remember we all went to bed and we thought Trump was going to win, and we woke up and Biden won?
Yeah, that.
See, that's happens. But Brent can be bought. I'm just going to throw that out there. Right?
No, it's not.
You do mail-in votings from all my my relatives.
All your constituents. Yep. We're going to give you Brent's home address.
Yeah.
First day of an election year, we're already getting his
And I'm joking. In case anybody gets too excited about that, they need to relax. So, if they're watching this podcast, they know I'm a smart ass, so it's okay. So, Brent, where do you want me to show, buddy?
Show that. Just go through it.
Okay.
So
this is what you see, fans, when you go through this. So you put today's date in. You can vote once a day, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Don't abuse it. I will discard those votes. I did it last year. You can't vote 1,000 times a day for one person. Sorry.
That's dedication.
It is dedication.
Yeah.
I've got 3 minutes between each class period. That's more than enough time to go through there and send in my picks.
So you're going to throw my votes out, Brent, but I'll just for, and then because we only need 3.
Yep.
It won't let you. It'll make you see how the website did that, everybody.
But hey, I want to point something out here really quick, especially to people. So like my dad's a huge pulling fan, but my dad is not a technological person. And you're doing it right now, Jason. Like, please understand, people, scroll down, because my father voted several times over the past couple of years and just assumed he didn't know what that little gray bar on the right side meant. He just assumed that initial box is all that there was to choose from. So he would come home talking about, well, so-and-so is not even on the list. I said, no, you've got to scroll down. So take the time, scroll down. Don't just assume that there's not not a back half to the quiz here, you know.
Yeah, and if you're on a computer and you're just trying to find somebody, do Control F and it's a find, and you can just type in the vehicle name or the person.
Look at that.
Just saved me a half
How
a day.
many,
Thanks.
how many super farms are on here, Brent?
So there's 178 super farms on the list. You take the 7 out, so there's 171.
Dude.
That's not including the outlaw super farms because they
which
pull with the
they're not
bigger charger.
international.
So any outlaw super farms other than the Spanky's toy, because he does put on the right charger for Louisville. So I'd assume that if he were to get voted in and wanted to come, that he would still do that. But there's also, how many are there? 18 outlaw super farms that run that bigger charger. So
I feel like we reached out to them and asked them if they wanted in, didn't we?
last year I think we did.
Yeah.
I had you reach out to them, and
Yep.
So that's something that if they want to, we can add them to the list.
No, Mike, I'm glad you pointed that out. And I think last year, Brent mixed them up between rounds too.
No, he definitely did, because the first time I voted, I didn't realize you could scroll down. And the next time I went to vote, I was like, oh, my tractors are gone.
Yeah. So the first year that we did this, I left it in order. So it gets randomized every time that you go to vote, because people were just clicking on the first names.
Yeah.
And just moving on. And so we originally made it required that you had to vote for at least one person. Then we took that out because people were just clicking on the first name. And so we, through trial and error, we've kind of come up with this solution.
Do you have to vote for every class? Because I know that a lot of my
you can, if you don't want to vote for a class, you just click next.
Yeah.
If you just want to go vote for one person, like a family member or something like that, you go to their class, you click on that driver and submit it.
178 super farms.
Yeah, so 178 super farms. There's 176 4-1s, 99 pro stocks.
And that's just the big pros, right?
Yeah,
That's
99
not
pros?
low pros.
Yep, 99 pro stocks, and there's
99 pro stocks in the country.
Yep, and there's 33 5-0s. Actually 34, because there's one that I just saw that was entered to Shipshawana that I don't have on that list.
I'd have thought there had been more 5-0s, actually.
That's not including Meddings, and it's not including Parkinson's. So that would be 3 more. So there's 37.
Well, Meddings are considered big pros now.
Yes, and Meddings
still
are
have their
big
stuff
pro.
on.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, then light supers, there's 101. Four-wheel drive trucks, there's 209.
Wow.
Diesel 4x4 trucks, there's 54. And minis, there's 94.
How many diesels?
54.
And every single one of them went to diesels and dark corners.
Yes, they did.
Those are just diesel supers.
That's true. Yeah, I guess we're not talking 3.0 diesels here and 2.6
There's
diesels.
500 of those.
Yeah. Oh, man. You know, just this right here, though, Brent, does this kind of fire you up just to see that pulling is this big? I mean, once you make these lists and you look at them and
people always say pro stocks class 9. No, it's not.
Yeah, no,
That's the furthest thing from the truth right now.
How many?
I know it's not the promoter's choice class, but how many diesel super stock tractors are there in the country?
I haven't fully updated the list, but the last time I had it, there was 71.
I would not have guessed that. 71.
Yeah, there's actually a lot out in the New York area. They're a little.
You're not counting the ones in the boneyard, are you?
These are all tractors that pulled in the last 2 or 3 years.
Right, Brent?
What?
Gate and Yell has 37 of them of his own. So.
Actually, I was trying to figure that out the other day, how many tractors he has.
We should just have the Gate and Yell championship. Just have him bring everything. So he was Simon's before Simon's or Simon's. It's first sale, but not
Simon's run.
Hey, he likes to get them out, run them for a couple years, and then not work on them. That's what I've heard. So if you had that many tractors, he needs a whole team. So I don't know Gaten at all. Never met him. So just heard rumors. Just heard rumors.
Which ones can we not vote for? We can't vote for diesel supers, or we can?
Can't. So diesel supers, mods, unlimiteds, and semis and 85s are all promoter choice classes. So
Wyatt says add Henry Smith to the 5-0 list from Big Pro.
pretty sure he already is.
Come on, Schulte, get your shit together.
Because on my list, I have him as a 5-0.
No, I think he's saying 5-0 list. Oh, yeah. No. I read it wrong. Yep, I read it wrong. Sorry about that. We don't have hot farms at this poll, David, but there's how many are at Shipshawana, Brent?
How many hot farm classes? There's probably like 500 of them. I couldn't even. I wouldn't even want to start putting that list together.
Yeah. Wyatt says Dayton only has 2 tractors left. Which one's Wyatt? Dude, we're gonna pull in
Is
Jeopardy.
it only 2? Because he still has Renegade Deer. Last I know, he's got.
Yarn, if we had pulling Jeopardy and you had 4 contestants, you're one of them. So Brent, Wyatt, who else? Charles?
Dan Mayer.
Dan Mayer. Dude, let's do this. Pulling Jeopardy. Who would come up
What
with
is
questions?
the best idea of the night?
Matt, who could write up the questions? You're
Mike,
definitely the host,
Mike.
Matt.
Mike,
Yeah, we could have some fun with that. I do my best, Alex Trebek. Yeah, that could be fun. That could be fun.
No, you don't have to change your voice, Matt. You got a cool voice.
Yeah, it's the way it is. I'm stuck this way. It's like
Renegade
my
Deer.
face.
That was Seifert's diesel Greek John Deere Super and
Living a Dream is the old Monkey Mayhem, but I thought he had a New Holland alcohol super stock as well.
I thought Living a Dream was Hans.
And does he still have the Magnum Force diesel super? He did a couple years ago.
Chuck says that's easy. He's dead. Matt, don't sound like a dead guy. So that'd be bad.
Are you counting all Earl's tractors in Iowa too?
Or
Virgil.
I think.
Virgil.
Well, he's with.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd have to, like I said, I put this list together a couple years ago.
Yeah, this is about the Polish Championship, not about Gate and Yelly, guys.
Okay.
Is it Yelly or Yell? Anybody know?
I have no idea.
Magnum Force is sold. Blue one is also sold. Standard last had it. Standard. Tom Case is Dan. Yeah. So Dan, Brent, Wyatt. One more. Who should it be? Charles?
Yes.
Charles?
Yeah.
And Matt's the host. Welcome to Puller's Jeopardy. We'll get our own music, and then we could use our new TV as our backdrop, and then put the questions up there.
That's another Saturday Night Live skit in the making.
Oh, dude, that one was funny that we talked about before the show. That was
Yeah.
the best ever. Y'all need a little Jesus. I cried laugh. That and the TikTok of the remake of the To the Windows to the Walls. There's a TikTok page called There I Ruined It, and they got a remix of To the Windows to the Walls.
Oh, yeah.
Feel the sweat drops off my.
It was Christmas.
walls.
Yeah.
It's so funny. And then there's an Indian gas station meme. Ding ding ling ling ding 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 ling ding. It's so funny because I cried. We saw that on our way home from Missouri. Skeet skeet. That's right, Dylan. Everybody's seen it. If you guys haven't do it, go to TikTok and type in "I ruined it" or "There I ruined it." Right, Chandler? Is that what it's called? And it's the funny. You guys will cry laugh on that. Eugene's Williams, Bucks Fevers, and Virgil's Dreams. Are you doing this in Shipshawana? No, this is in David. Come on, buddy. Nashville, Illinois.
He's probably talking about the Jeopardy game.
Oh, I don't know.
I thought it was just a new
That'd be fun.
special segment once a week.
It could be. It could be. Do you want to keep going on my fan vote?
Yeah, just go through it and just submit it.
So it says right up here, fans. Please choose up to 5 tractors. Again, I'm just gonna.
Is there remedy listed in there?
I don't know. Is it
No, once.
once? Well, Tony.
Oh, I know.
I have
That's
already.
why I'm asking.
20 is, yeah, it is.
He owns it now. For sure. Pro stocks. So 8 pro stocks.
So Brett, can you tell us in each class who accepted?
That's what I want to hear.
Yep. So once Schultz is done with this, we'll go because it's
Okay.
updated on the website.
Hey, you voted for Mike. He lives just down the road.
Oh, not the journals?
Yeah, he's just one town over or 2 towns over, maybe.
Does he have the hood fixed on it?
Last I knew, it was being held down with an orange ratchet strap. I was giving Michelle a hard time because I told them they had an Alice Chalmers ratchet strap on the top of their John Deere, and they said that's all they had in the trailer.
If it works, it works.
Mhm.
Works, it works. Did you say Control F and you can find them? That's like the best
Yep.
advice I've gotten all week.
Control F.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can only do it on Control F on obviously your computer, but I think you
Right.
can probably do it on your phone too if you do it.
I want somebody to figure that out for me. How to do that on their phone, but
I think you can go like hit the little 3 dots and find on this page or something like that. And
yeah, no, I think you're right, bud.
That work.
So there, I submitted it.
Yep. So then when you submit it, you'll get an email with all your who you all voted for, and so if you want to share that stuff, and I know people share it on social media, and
it was fun just to see the amount. Brent, you telling us how many people were actually voting,
Mhm.
compared to even the previous year. That was fun.
Will full pool be there?
yes,
Yes.
they will.
Have live games and everything?
Yes.
Good luck picking winners with this.
It's going to be fun, boys and girls. It's going to be fun.
What was attendance like last year?
I don't remember what Saturday night
I don't
was.
remember the exact numbers, but let's just say Friday night, even with the rain, blew our Saturday crowd the year in year one.
Yeah.
And then
So, Matt, we felt good
crowd
because
was-
like Friday night's crowd was bigger than Saturday night the previous year.
Mhm. Even
And
with the
then
threat of
Saturday-
rain around us, and
You know, a
And
lot
then,
of
yeah,
it
Saturday
would
was,
you
uh,
say,
it was pretty full.
would you say 2,500 Saturday night, Brent? Maybe
I bet 2,500 probably on Saturday.
that'd be a good guess. So go
Yeah,
to
that's
I'm on the
strong.
website, Brent. So go
Yep.
to
Oh, just go under 2024 pullers,
Yep.
and then you can just start going through.
So I can't see because I'm working on a single computer night, Brent. So tell me when to stop or pause, okay? But
Yeah, so
you
just
talk. 'cause I
gonna
can-
go through them. So 85 limited pro stocks, all 10 that we invited are registered. They're going to be coming. So Kaywood's comment, Josh Hanna, he's the PPL Western Series champion. You're going way too fast.
Oh, sorry. I think you're gonna go further
Scroll
fast.
up. Demon Deer, Mark Wiggins. He was a outlaw champion in the light limited pro class.
Mean tractor. That demon.
Yep.
Who-
Mark
Brent,
was there
who's
in
won
year
it?
one.
Who's won it for us the first 2 years?
It's both Jeremy Witt, both times.
The Destructive Deer. out of
Yep,
Logan,
that's the next
Iowa.
one right there. He's 2022 and 2023 champion. Then Brian Gerling, the family tradition. He was the
Who
ex
took
champion.
these pictures? Who's this JP guy, Brent?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, some
He sucks at taking pictures, and I'm glad
Probably
I
has
didn't use them.
probably has a Polaroid. We gotta get him. We gotta get a better. We gotta get a better budget.
Yeah, no, I have to thank Jesse for providing.
That's
pictures.
why I'm being funny.
Yeah, he's obviously he was there last year, so all the pictures from competitors that are going to be there this year that were there last year, just reached out to him, and he's able to provide them. And then any of them that he sends them to me. I just send him a list, and he gets them, and I think Jesse's one of the best out there. So
Keep going.
yep. So then next, Mark Robertson, the Forcinet tractor. This is his first year out with ITPA as an 85 limited pro. He was a 3-time champion in the 95 pro farm class. So he moved to the 85 limited pro. The high price hooker, David Doherty, PPL runner up. I'm pretty sure like 3 years in a row with the Western Series. You can continue on. Robert Fuller, the IH 1206. That is the 2023 ITPA champion. Then Harry Walker, just one more, is your ECI champion. Kenny Kazuzik in the Ride and Dirty. That was 2023 runner-up in the 85 Limited Pro last year, actually. 85 Limited Pro, there's a 3-way tie based on finishing like points, and it came down to distance. And so it was Jeremy Witt that ended up taking first, Kenny Kazuzik was second, and David Doherty was third. And then Wife's Nightmare, Andrew Tolke, and I want to say, I forget where he finished last year. I think he was fifth. But that's an R618 Motorsports tractor. Pulls a lot with the PPL Western Series. Then moving on to 95 limited pros, all 5 also are coming here that were initially invited. So Brett Hackstead in the 618 Motorsports Limited Pro. He's the Silver Series, PPL Silver Series runner-up. Dustin Hart is going to be piloting Adrian Cox Hickory Hooker. That was your 2023 PPL Silver Series champion. High stakes horsepower, Gary Barron. He was your outlaw runner-up this year.
Second.
Yep. Brent Shorefighty in the She Gone 4.1. He was the TPC champion last year.
Big stud. Had to highlight that.
And then George, is it Bayer or Bayer?
Fire.
Bayer. And the side piece, he was your outlaw points champion.
That is a mean tractor.
Mm-hmm.
It is
That was formerly the
beautiful
Hampton-
tractor.
Hampton Hooker. Hampton Hooker, right?
Yep.
Hey, Logan, what's your new mini name? I'll update it.
The side
can't
piece
see the
tractor
comments.
is worth looking at close up and in person.
You can throw them on the screen.
Yeah.
For Brent. I just have the one monitor. We'll get better at this. Oh, Logan Pysick.
Aftermath.
Oh, he is putting it in the fan vote now, Brent?
Yeah, he told me that don't put it in, and I told him I'm still going to put it in case they finish it in time.
I hope they do. That'd be badass.
Mm-hmm.
How many new minis are coming to Wisconsin this year?
3 or 4.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, there's one coming back into the class, and then Pysick's will have a mini, and then there's another one as well. For sure.
Yeah, Kenzie, keep up with the comments for me so I can stay on this. I don't want Yarn yelling at me in front of everybody. I can handle it off the air, but not in front of everybody.
Yeah, Super Farm. So we had 7 initial invites, and all 7 accepted their invite and registered. So first one is Binder Express. That's Dan Schulte. He was 3rd with the NTPA Grand National Series. Checking out Ryan Anderson. He was your runner-up this year.
That's your toy for Ship Shawana, everybody, too, for the raffle tickets. So
And then Russ Freeze in the Deer Tracks. He was your NTPA champion this year.
got the champ side by side. I like that yarn.
What was that?
We got the PPL champion right next to the NTPA
Yep.
champ on the sheet.
And then Josh Mylan, the high maintenance, your 4-time consecutive PPL champion. Chuck Gutenberg in the positive ground. He was your runner-up last year in the Super Farm class of PPL. And then Nick Scar in the Scream Norwegian. He was the points champ or 3rd place. And then the last one will be the Wicked Whitetail. That's Jeremy Roberts, and he was your 2023 TPC champion.
He had a hell of a season. 1 TPC, 1 Bowling. No, did he win Bowling Green?
No, he's runner-up.
Okay.
Runner-up of the ring. He had some breakage pretty early in the season that kind of kept him out for a little bit, but
That class is stacked. If
Mhm.
you wanted to lose money, bet in that class.
That boy, Mike. You're going to have your chance with full pull.
That one's not going to be easy to pick the winner in.
Yep. Pro stock tractors. We have the 618 Motorsports Pro Stock. That's a promoter's choice. Obviously, that's Brad's tractor, so it's going to be there.
You
and then
think?
Rhett Parrish and the El Nino. He was your 2023 TPC champion and also was 3rd in PPL points.
Gorgeous tractor, both those.
Yeah, there's I think might be more red tractors there this year if I'm not mistaken, because there's a lot of big name pullers now that have red pro stocks.
Shelton's. Come on, Shelton's. Get that fan vote going.
Diesel super stock tractors. As of right now, we have 6 that are registered. So Travis Slabak in the Bone Twister was your 2023 TPC champion. Brad Deckard in the full bore. So that's pretty much a completely renewed tractor for Brad.
Did he get out much with it at all?
He has not pulled it yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's only had it on display.
It's a beauty.
Yep.
It's a beauty, Clark.
So
We talked to him at PRI, didn't we?
You might have.
I think so. I think he was at PRI, Brent. Not
Yeah.
with the tractor, but he stopped by the booth.
yeah, it's like a Frankenstein hood. I think the front end is from something, and
Yeah, he told me.
is something else.
It's sharp. It's sharp.
Then we have Mike Egan, the Hellbent. He was at TPC the first year. He'll be back this year. Schultz is new high-tech redneck, new to him.
Are you driving or is your dad driving?
I'm gonna drive at least one night. If Dad can come, I'll let him drive. Doug thinks, yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
Doug, yes. Full send, Doug.
I'm going to vote him in. Oh, this is a promoter's choice class, though. I can't vote.
You can do, Mike. You can do anything you want. I'll decide. That's how that works. So, no, if Dad's not in the field, I'll let him drive it one night. But I got Dad his Grand National license. Dad will drive it at the Outlaw hooks and the NTPA hooks. I just want to drive it a couple times. So, yep.
We're gonna write in, Doug.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yep. And then Darren Olden, the Kryptonite. So he hasn't been out the last couple of years. So he's got a new tractor that Mike Stinson at Ace Chassis built. So he's hoping that he can get everything together on the new chassis. If not, he'll have everything together with the old one. He also is Lemke's are building him a new motor. Again, he hopes that will also be done, but if not, he still has his old setup. So one way or the other, he'll be there, and he's excited to come. And then Mr. Doug Meisinger and Scrappy will be back as well. 2021 TPC or 2022 TPC champion and 3-time defending Outlaw champion.
Brent, I really feel like 22 TPC. I mean, we knew the Outlaw pullers knew Meisinger was tough, but that was when he really nationally became known. I think in my mind.
Yeah, that was his. Yeah.
Coming
that
out
was his recognition. Like that's where he got the recognition that he deserved.
Absolutely.
Well,
because you have to go beat those Grand National NTPA tractors. That's the that's the coup de grace. So
and the NTPA guys had heard about what he did in 2022, where he swept the season, and so then last year your guys' pull, they were like, "Hey, we want a shot at coming after this guy," going head to head, and that was kind of the buzz and the fans behind that. So.
Yeah, he had some turbo issues on Friday.
Is awesome. I know that was a bummer.
Unlimited.
He got second at Sandwich this year on 5 cylinders.
Yep.
That's inside information, Sean. We talked about.
So Morgan, to answer your question there, diesel super stocks. It should be 10. We're pretty confident we'll have at least 10. We might have 1 or 2 extra. We don't know. Unlimiteds, I would be surprised if we had 10, but we should have 5 or 6. And then semis, I'm confident that we can get to 10 this year, but I'm hopeful for 8. Anyways, moving on, light super stocks. So we had 6 originally for initial invites, and we had 2 that were able to commit. Adam Spiegelberg and the Detonator Black. He was your NTPA runner-up this year. And then Martin Daniel and the Over the Edge. He was your runner-up with PPL.
He won the farm show?
And he won the farm show last year, yep.
That tractor's clearly out of... No, that's not out of Blackburn. It's on Blackburn shop. I just said
that is a Blackburn tractor, yep.
Okay,
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe this tractor was being built for Norm Cavan. And then he bought McCormick's tractor.
Okay.
And
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You're our Jeopardy runner-up behind Dan Mayer. So. Cool, man. If you're a fan and you're seeing these names, these are the names. Besides me, and the diesel superclass, all the other names are big hitters. So. Big hitters. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. The website's awesome, Brent. Thank you.
4-wheel drive trucks, we had 6 initial invites and we had 4 that were able to commit. Terry Hagdorn kicking up dust. He was your PPL runner-up this year. Jim Bosch and the Midnight Raider. He was your PPL, or no, Terry was the PPL champion this year. Jim was the runner-up. And Midnight Raider was also the TPC champion last year. He swept the weekend. Then we have Joe Claypool in the Risky Business. He was your Outlaw runner-up or champion this year.
Runner-up champion last year.
Yep. Yeah, you're right. Yep. Lane was your champion, right?
Yep.
And then Jake Zaring, rule number 19. He was the NTPA runner-up. Him and Mark Mangan had a battle all year long.
Yeah, they did. And Mark said he'd be farming probably. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
If you ask the three organizations to put forward 4 of their heaviest hitters in four-wheel drive trucks, you're looking at 4 of them right there. I mean, I love the Outlaw NTPA PPL battle that's just listed right there.
Oh yeah. Schulte missed the diesel trucks.
I did?
Yep.
Wow. I'm sorry. I did.
So here we had 6 initial invites. 4 of them were able, or 4 of them, I believe, or 3. No, it is 4. Yeah, 4 of them were able to accept. So Keith Witt and American Pride, that was a new truck to him last year. It was the boost truck of Shane Worm. He is putting on a new 3-charger setup on that truck, and that setup is going to Crosswired. So he's
Crosswired will be in the fan vote, right, Brent? Yeah.
Yep, it'll be on there. Yep. So he's excited to try out the new setup there, and then we have the Chase Eller and the Caretaker. He was your PPL 3rd place finisher this year, or 2nd. I don't remember offhand. I think he was 2nd. Then Kent Crowder and the Shy Diesel. He was your TPC champion last year, and also I believe he is the PPL champion this year. And then Eric Stacy in the Smoking HD. He was your NTPA champion in 2023.
You've got to read Bruce and Tyler's bios.
Yeah.
I've been looking forward to this part of the show all night.
Yeah. So modified minis, Jeff Hurt will have B Bear there. He was the TPC champion last year with that tractor. Tyler Slaw, Have No Mercy. He won last year on Friday night, and then I think everybody knows what happened on Saturday night. And he was 2nd or 3rd in PPL points this year. I forget.
Did
Bruce was
NTPA
2nd,
change
and
the
he was
rules?
3rd, or he was 2nd, and Bruce was 3rd. I forget exactly.
Do they have to change their chassis still? I know that's off topic, but
Yeah, they're gonna have to for NTPA.
they will.
Look at Bruce's make and model on his vehicle. It'll answer your question.
Okay. All right. So Little Bear. Jeff's hurt there with the second one.
Yeah, vehicle, make, and model, outlawed chassis.
I love Tyler. That is awesome.
But yeah,
And then
and Jeff will be there with Lil Bear. He was your PPL champion in the mini ride class, and then Bruce as well.
look at Bruce's under other for Bruce.
Once drank 52 beers in 24 hours. Jesus. We can't get him on. We can't get him on our podcast anymore now that he's on the No Practice podcast, Brent. He's out of our price range, so his fee's pretty steep now.
Tyler or Bruce?
Tyler.
We could never get Bruce on a show. We've tried that for years. So I don't. That's for Tyler Schultz. I don't do that stuff. So that's awesome. That's what makes it fun. The slaws make it fun.
Good luck picking a winner in those 4 too. I mean, goodness gracious.
Yeah, the full pole gambling is going to be hoot.
Yeah. When Jeff Hurt got into pulling mini rods, that was a match made in heaven.
Mm-hmm. So modifieds, right now we have 2 registered. We have 3 or 4 that have verbally committed. They just haven't signed up yet. So right now it's Cotton Candy, Cameron Neves. He normally runs a twin engine setup with Outlaws, but he puts the 3rd one on and pulls Farm Show and comes and pulls with us. Last year he had some breakage on Friday night, wasn't able to pull on Saturday. So Cameron's a great guy. Love having him at our event. And then Steve Bunnage will get back on, takes a lick. And obviously, I think everybody knows what happened last year. And
He took
Steve will be back with vengeance, I think, this year.
I love him. He's got a great bio there. He debuted the new look of the tractor last year at the Pullers Championship. So that was awesome.
New chassis, the new wrap. So
Brent, it'll be fun. I mean, it's starting to happen already, but like when announcers at Louisville, like when Pullers put in their bio that they won the Pullers Championship or got 2nd at the Pullers Championship, that's kind of Mike and Matt, you know what I'm talking about? Like when you guys say that, you know what I mean?
That's
announcers.
That's showing that it's becoming a destination pull, that it's on the Pullers radar, and it's something special. I mean, if that's in your resume, then that's something that stands out.
Yeah, as a promoter, you got to be
Nothing there
proud
yet.
of that, seeing it. It's like, oh, darn it, all this behind the scenes that Brent's doing, it pays off.
No, it's fun. Super fun.
Do you not see the semis? Is that
I
not
don't.
up there?
Let me scroll
Should be.
down. Hold on. Let me scroll down. Oh,
There you
yeah.
go.
We're just working off the
Yeah, so
laptop.
unlimiteds as of right now, we have 5 committed, and potentially more, but just to let you guys know. So right now we also have 6 semis. Right, there's only 4 on the website right now. So Gene Dunn, he's just waiting for the OSTPA banquet or the banquet for the schedule to come out, just make sure it doesn't conflict, and he'll be there. But so Chris Jeffries, he's going to be bringing 3 semis. He pulls with the Full Pull Production Big Rig Series out east with the Richard Love Group, and so these trucks run really hard. They pulled in Canfield against the PPL Champions Tour, the Fred Sanders trucks, and they stand their own. And he's actually planning to run Grand National Super Semis with NTPA next year. So he's gonna make some changes, and he wants to run against some of those guys he'll be seeing this summer. And so the one truck here is a Bad Dog. It's a Mack Superliner. It does have a Cat C15 in it. It's not an actual Mack motor. And then he's got the General Stupidity. I think I copied and pasted. I don't know if that's actually
That's a GMC General.
that's a GMC. Yeah, I need to update that. But it is a GMC.
You're allowed to make one mistake, Brent.
Yeah.
At least a couple hundred.
Thanks. Then if you scroll down, Ryan DeBrew in the Playing with Fire. He was your PPL champion, NTPA champion, and TPC champion last year.
He kind of had a good
And
year.
Enderley pull-off champion. He
Kind of had a good year.
Yeah, it was a good year for him. And then Chris's other truck, Matt Catlin will be driving it. It's called Temperamental. That's an EFI truck. So that is different than the other one. And they just finished that last year. I think Canfield, where that picture was from, I think that was their first time out with it. And I think they only pulled it 4 times last year. So
Good looking rig.
Jason, wasn't it also at the Pullers Championship where Ryan kind of said that that's where the truck finally settled in and he kind of really got some things figured out
they
there?
finally figured out their issue on Saturday.
That's another way you get people to start saying, "Hey, this is where we want to be and where we want to come back." When they can find something.
We've
like
always
that.
said it's like a giant testing tune before the season against
Well, a
the
lot of pullers, because you have your setups ready and you get some guys will go and just make a hit. Well, you can make a hit and find out what you got. You know what I mean? And you get 2 nights of it, and that's what makes it fun too.
Well, I think Ryan had breakage at the truck show.
He's gonna get that bouncing out of it. So
But yeah, so there's also a couple more semi guys that I've been talking to. They're interested in coming. So like I said, hopefully we'll have I'm hoping at least 8 there this year. Still shooting for that 10 mark and
You get that semi out of Farley, Iowa to show up.
That will be a last minute decision for them.
I think the whole Simon camp is like that.
Right.
So,
Any teasers on the Unlimiteds, or we just have to wait until they're official?
You'll have to wait.
Tell us the color of the wraps on them.
It's in the color of the rainbow.
No, well, that's fair.
They all have black on them.
No, it's gonna be awesome.
But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a good class unlimited. Say that. Watching that unlimited class this year, I think that is the best unlimited class by far.
Yeah.
In recent years.
And they all get along so well, compete each other. I mean, there's a lot of respect. It's fun to listen to them after the pull. They really do hammer each other hard. Like you would never think any of them are friends the way they talk to each other. It's a hoot. It's a hoot. And if you watch the No Practice podcast, you know that Billy Beers is a hoot.
Yeah, dude. If you haven't listened to that soundbite yet, Pulling World, go listen to that soundbite.
Yeah. How many of you bought a T-shirt that says "Don't F with Billy"? Is that what they say? Don't F with Billy Beers. So Matt, Chuck says you're quiet. We can't have this, Matt. You got a beautiful voice.
Yeah, well, they got that mute button just for me. I know myself, and I also know that I was on the mic for 8 hours yesterday, and I'm a little hoarse today. So I didn't want to get into that sexy baritone there. Somebody else actually asked too if I'm sitting in the beanbag chair, and all I could think about is Ron White, and I got my Cheetos sitting beside me. So I'm like, you know what? I'm having fun with these comments tonight. If I could figure out how to return a comment, I'll have to ask Brent how to do that later sometime, maybe. Control F. That's all I learned.
Yep. Glad I can teach you something.
You're because you're on the show. You can't see the comments as a commentator or as a host. Matt?
I could see him. I'm trying to join the chat, and I'm having a little bit of a hard time with my YouTube account, I think. So I don't know. I don't want to get into that. I probably veered off somewhere. But we'll get it figured out.
Log in, check in on that. So
all good.
If anybody has any questions about the Polish Championship, please type it in the comments. Fan vote has begun. Thank you, Brent Yaron, for everything that you do to make this happen. Can you kind of walk through how it works now? With the fan, there's a couple of them, right?
Walk through what?
Like, don't we do like 2 rounds of fan voting?
Yeah. So round 1 is live until the 14th at 11:59 p.m. Central Time. We'll take a week. We'll go through. We'll take the top 20, and then we'll go through and reach out to those top 20 if they weren't voting for themselves, and we'll reach out to them, make sure that they would be able to make it to the Polish Championship in May. And if they aren't able to, we'll just move down the list until we have 20 of them, and that will be our top 20 for round 2. And then round 2 will start on the 22nd at 8 p.m. and that will go until February 4th at 11:59 p.m. Central Time. And then we will unveil the fan vote list, who got voted in, on Monday, February 12th at 8 o'clock here on Let's Go Polling. And that will be the Monday before Farm Show.
Awesome.
Over the past 2 years, have you had any one vehicle that just blew the votes out of the water? Like, you would get on there to log on, and there's like, oh, yep, there's that one. And is that information that
there's usually one in every class?
But is there one specific over all of them that's just like, oh, that's the vote getter, that's the guy?
I would say Cummins Killer is probably one of the most voted vehicles. But I think everybody kind of probably could figure that one out. And the way the season they had last year, I'm hopeful that they can actually compete for a championship. It'd be cool to see it. And they stuck a lot of time and money to make that truck work.
Did he sweep? He won one night at Diesel's in Dark Corners.
He won both nights down there.
Did he sweep? That's what I thought. That'd be the last time he'd been out, and he was making statements then. He was kind of making it clear to the world that the third rendition of that truck might be the final draft.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they cleaned house at Diesel's in Dark Corners.
That's what I thought.
And they won a session at Hillsboro. They're starting to make good laps with it and not break it every time. They found out where their weak spots and their issues were, and I think it's a matter of time until you start seeing that truck.
Well, the big jump was from electronic injection to putting a mechanical pump on that thing, and then they found all the weak parts after they did that.
Mm-hmm.
It took them 2 years to get the bugs out of it, but she's a mean machine now.
Mm-hmm.
Machine.
The machine.
Does this pool still go back to back with the PPL pool the following weekend?
No.
Okay.
He's working on.
So Brad's the other poll as right now is going to be the weekend of Sandwich.
Yes.
Oh, so it's late in the year then.
Yeah.
That's like a September poll.
Oh, essentially it's going to be it's going to be the last poll of the year for people.
He wants to have the first poll and the last poll kind of a thing.
Because last year it was, and that caused some confusion with some people around here too, having back-to-back weekends in Nashville, Illinois. One of them being the Pullers Championship, and the other one being the first hook of the year, I think, for PPL.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to move that to the back end of the schedule. Cool.
Yeah, it makes a little more sense to do it. It's having an event a couple weeks after the Polaris Championship is, I don't know. I think for fans, someone may think like, oh, it's just the same event. Like dates are wrong or something. I don't know. But
Well, I think it'll help his crowd too, because I know they didn't have as big a crowd at their event in June because of the Polaris Championship, right before that. So no, it's good. It is good. Well, I want to wrap this baby up. You guys, what else you got left tonight? Brent, Matt, Mike?
no, that's all I have. We'll check back. I'll probably do some updates again on the Facebook page, kind of showing where those numbers are at for like the cutoff line, and I kind of usually do that once or twice throughout the voting rounds, and just post those and gets people to kind of push it a little bit more, because that 20th spot usually around there's like 5 or 6 vehicles within like 50 votes of each other. So
Vote early, vote often. That's what they said in Atlanta, Georgia, wasn't it?
Yep. It happens.
That's
today, folks.
I want to give a shout out to Todd Aiken for coming on earlier, talking about the Lexington or the Kentucky Invitational this Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Thursday night, Friday night, 2 sessions on Saturday. Indoor pool, All Tech Arena or All States Arena? All Tech Arena in Lexington, Kentucky. And then the next weekend, you got half the world, well, more than half the world. The whole Midwest is converging upon Shipshewana, Indiana, for the Midwest Winter Nationals. It's really, really important. Everybody that talks about that lets people know that is still happening. The NTPA announced that they're not having their March poll. Every time Doug or Hope or somebody posts about Shipshewana on our Facebook page, somebody comments, I thought that was canceled.
Right.
So we really need people to continue to make sure that everybody knows that that's still a go. And then Doug and I will be in Zellwood, Florida that same weekend, Friday and Saturday. Our merchandise trailer will be in Shipshewana, the same spot as always is. Hope and Mackenzie will be out there. And it's going to be a lot of fun.
A couple new shirts.
Yeah, we got a couple new shirts. We left our beer money in Shipshewana. So Chandler's bringing me something. What's it say? Fans, breaking news. Who should this be sponsored by? Brent Yarn. This next segment is brought to you by Brent Yarn, and his fingers are tired from typing. We are going to start some segments now that the No Practice podcast guys are showing us up a little bit with some funny ones. We want to have the stupidest pull-off comment of the week, and we're going to have Yarn help nominate that. Him and Doug are going to work on that. That's going to be brought to you by somebody, so whoever wants to sponsor it. So Sullivan Pulling just posted on their Facebook page. Fans, with grateful and full hearts, we've decided to retire the Big Ed Red body and sell the chassis. This truck has been so special to our family and team for many, many years. It won a national championship, been to the West Coast and back, and made a ton of memories for many of us. It's time the old girl rests for a while. For a while. With that being said, you can see the Reds' final lap down a track this weekend. Final lap down the track this weekend at the TNT Truck and Tractor Pull, 12th annual Kentucky Invitational at the All Tech Arena in Georgetown, Kentucky this Friday night. What? There's another pull? There's 2 in Kentucky this weekend?
no, that's where they're pulling. They're pulling at.
I thought that was in Lexington.
Lexington.
They got thrown.
It must just be a typo.
It's at the Lexington Horse Park.
Yeah, okay. So Sullivan's typed on their poster.
Right.
So way to go, Donnie. This Friday night, January 5th, our fearless leader, Papa Wayne, will be in the seat for the last ride. Papa Wayne in the 2-wheeler. That's awesome. Donnie and Big Stick will hit the track Thursday night. Both trucks hoping for a spot in the Saturday night finals. That is good pulling history. Thank you for that, Chandler. Chandler from the news desk breaking in to do that over here. We got to get a little
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Wayne's World party time.
Woo! Excellent.
Wow.
That's cool.
Just another reason to get down there.
Yep. So, I mean, it really gets going, you guys. You know, we get Kentucky and then the Shipshewana. We're going to be in Satsuma, Florida. There's like 5 pulls in a row a weekend in Florida this year. Then the farm show kicks off. What's the biggest news coming out of farm show, guys, do you think? From the list that you saw, Matt, Mike, Brent? Brent, have you thought about anything other than the Polaris Championship, first of all?
Not really.
I didn't think so. Mike or
Oh,
Matt?
I would say no silver bullet, no Jordan Lustig for the first time in 18 years or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
We lost our anchors.
Put a quarter in the jukebox. It's ours now. Look out.
No, I
Brett,
really,
is there anything you want to get off your chest? Here's your chance.
but when they talk about Louisville, I always hesitate because I feel like I spend more time thinking about who's not there than who is there, and that can always go down a wormhole. But the Lustigs being just a cornerstone of the sport for so long, it would be interesting to know when was the last farm machinery show we had where that tractor was not represented.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the one that stuck out to me a little bit.
They don't run diesel super stock trucks at Ship 3.6, right?
No, they
pull
dropped
class.
3.6 too. 3.0 trucks
Well,
are the only diesel trucks there.
Yeah, David, that's a super stock diesel. So biggest news out of Farm Show: 4 new pros. American Thunder returned.
Yeah, that's a good point. With the Voorhees coming back.
It's gonna be here before you know it, guys. So what's our booth number?
I'll confirm that tomorrow.
So we have a big booth this year, and we're going to be doing some stuff there. We'll be announcing the Beer Money team. So we'll be announcing some of that as well coming up. So Jason, you need a segment called "No Wristband Required." William, actually, we will. We can do whatever we want. That's fun.
Yeah, Dave Schultz on.
Get Dave Schultz on. Yeah, Dave will sponsor the "No Wristband Required" hour. So. Brent, I can't thank you enough. The polling world can't thank you enough for all that you do for the Pullers Championship. Shout out to Brad Holzhauer. His passion behind the scenes, guys, to make this happen. You have no idea. He's loves the sport of truck and tractor pulling, and he's a great asset. We could never even contemplate doing this without him and his support and the track and Holzhauers. If you haven't been to that facility, it's the real deal. And it's nice to know now everybody's seen it for a couple of years and the comments are coming in and the compliments. And like I said, if there's things like the first year, the sound needed to get a little better and a couple other things. And it was done, I think, within like a week after the event. Brad was texting us like, sounds ready for next year. So he's just that kind of guy. It's great. And Carrie Lowry from the team down there, she does an awesome job. She helps us. Like Brent said, we have nice looking sponsor packets this year. Hopefully it helps us get more sponsors. So we're going to be really starting to pound that drum hard. We need your support. So if there's anybody out there that can help with that, we'd appreciate you. So Brent, anything else tonight, buddy?
No, I think we covered it.
I think so. Thank you again. So, Michael, anything for you, buddy?
I know that I'm not going to get it out of him, but I can't wait until that unlimited page. We start to have some. I'm trying to think of every way I can slide a question in here, but Brent's forgotten more about pulling than I know about it. So I don't think I could trick him into giving me any insider information on the unlimited list.
Yarn is young, but he was not born yesterday. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
I'll give you a hint. There'll be tractors that have 3 engines. There'll be tractors that have 4 engines. There'll be tractors that have 5 engines.
That actually tells me that's I can chew on some stuff.
Mike's already.
Yep,
I'm not going to sleep tonight.
Nope, I'll take that.
No, we had some good help with that. Some good pullers in that class. We reached out to them and asked them to do some work. And actually, they did it up at Schreier's funeral.
Yep.
That's where they were all together
at the bar with them.
Yep. So he got wrote down on a napkin, and I got a text message, and I sent it to Brent and Paul, and they were like, "Woohoo!" So I actually felt like I did something, made me feel good on the inside, and all I did was send a text message. It was awesome. Matt Hart, we love having you on, buddy. Thank you for coming on every Monday night with us.
Yep, thanks for having me, guys. I sure appreciate everybody listening in. I wanted to comment on the sponsorship quick thing, too. You talk about all this money going back to the pullers. That's a big reason why we do this. That helps with the sponsorship. So if you're a pulling fan and you want to see this thing grow and see some big names, jump right in there. I know there's opportunity. So anyway,
Well, I mean,
that's
like,
me.
I love Louisville. It is a coup de grace mall, right? But that thing's a moneymaker for the state of Kentucky. It's owned by the state of Kentucky. That's not a secret. This is an event that you can go to And a bottle of water doesn't cost you $9, and a beer isn't $13. I mean, I know they have good ice cream at Louisville. We talk about that every year. Colin Burkholtz, he waits in line. He gets there Tuesday to have ice cream. But this is something like every dollar that you spend is going back to the pullers, and that's got to be, because we talk about it all the time. How do we help these pullers out? And this is how you do it, and this makes it fun, and we're excited.
Mhm.
So, Yarn, Happy New Year. Matt Hart, Happy New Year. Mike Idle, Happy New Year. Thanks for coming on, guys. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. We'll be back next Monday night. Probably, what are you thinking? Talk to Clint, talk to Zellwood.
Yeah.
We're working on some big name guests, but we also got to squeeze our promoters in too. So again, shout out to Todd Aiken. Good luck to everybody heading to Lexington, Kentucky. We had breaking news there with the Sullivans. Big Ed Red is making its final trip down the track with Papa Wayne Friday night. So that's pretty cool. Well, does that where Jesse got the Orange Blossom special video last year too?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Chandler, we need that. That's cool as shit. That is cool as shit. Something. So, Adam Wilson, the ice cream at Louisville is the most overhyped thing in pulling. I said what I said. I love it.
It's funny.
And cheese curds in Wisconsin are no good either.
What?
Yeah, you take that back.
Nope, that's the one.
Yeah, you take that back, Mike. You take that back.
Yeah. I'm from Illinois, and I know the cheese curds are better on the north side of the cheddar curtain.
Mike, have you had fresh curd or is it refrigerated?
They were
curd?
squeaky. They made my mouth all squeaky. Does that? I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna have a separate Zoom call for this, Mike.
There's a little town in northern Wisconsin that's called the curd capital for a reason.
John Kenzie's over there giggling. Kenzie used to work at Car Valley before she came to work with us, so Doug and her always joke about it all the time. So, all right, guys, thanks for everything. Have a great night.
Yep. Talk to you guys
Yes.
later.
Let's watch video for a second, Kenzie, on ours. Kick Mike off.
I want to get out of here.
Remove. So Kenzie, if we can make our screen big, right? There. Make it like this. We'll fill that, won't it? I got it. Oh, shoot. I did the wrong thing. Is it maybe this one? One of these fills the whole screen, Kenzie. But we wouldn't have any volume, right? You'd have to turn the volume up?
Yeah, on my computer.
But then people wouldn't be able to hear it, would they? We're still live. So if you're going to talk smack. Do it over there.
Yo, hey, on your sponsor bracket.
So I just wanted to show you our new studio that we put together. So we got a big TV behind us, and we're going to be able to put different videos up there and stuff throughout the show. So we're getting used to everything like that. So thank you, everybody watching tonight. We appreciate having you on. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We love doing this. We love doing this for pulling. It's a lot of fun. If any of you are looking you want more help with your social media, TikTok, YouTube, whatever, Instagram, Facebook, reach out to the Beer Money Pulling team. We're going into our year 3 now of helping promoters, fair associations, teams, everybody promote the great sport of truck and tractor pulling. So Happy New Year from all of us here at the Beer Money Pulling team. We had everybody in the office tonight. Hope, Kenzie, Chandler, they're over here working it, and it's fun. And again, shout out to Doug for putting this together. And we're going to work on our new studio. We're trying to take it up to the next level, our level of professionalism. So thanks for watching. Thank you to Brent Yarn for putting everything together for the Pullers Championship. Please vote once a day. Again, all the money goes back to the Pullers. We appreciate you. Have a good night, everybody. Kenzie, switch over to just share your screen now, and then put the sound up and get rid of me. Then we can let people watch videos for a few minutes. That's a Diesel Supers, because Diesel Super Talks are freaking awesome.
That'll be a shirt too.
It's going to be a shirt.
No, we need to get a TV. I've got that 48.
you been checking out the Bearskin store? We just wanted to let you know that we reserved a brand new Bearskin hoodie 3.0 especially for you.